Good morning, my awesome friends and followers of the channel. Thank you very much for your continued support as we keep moving in the direction of non-bullshittery. Yes, we are. I want to thank you all now for the emails we've had over the last 24 hours. You can tell it's easy to tell, isn't it, that I'm angry with the government, a weak government. And it's becoming more apparent every day that our government don't care. It's becoming more apparent every day that our government don't care about its own citizens. In fact, this ruling against the people, this ruling against concerned citizens of Epping has shocked me. I do not understand why the European Court of Human Rights seems to think it is the Bible set in stone. We understand people. Why? We need to leave the European Court of Human Rights. Why would a European court, elected or unelected, whatever it is, why would a European court put the benefit of Middle Eastern people and Africans before European citizens? Look at it from that point of view. That noise in the background is my washing machine. I've been up early doing stuff. But you have to understand this. The European Court of Human Rights has ruled against European people and put Africans and Middle Eastern people as priority. Why would you prioritize people that aren't even part of Europe over European citizens? It doesn't make sense. You're putting dangerous people unchecked that do not even have our culture in their system. They marry children. They have Bajabaki in the Middle East. Google that. The things that they do are against our way of life, our civilization, our morals. It doesn't make sense to put their priorities in front of locals. Why would you have local communities be fearful now of putting their children out? What are we meant to do? Are we meant to put our children on trains like the Second World War and send them to abroad to be safe because they're not safe in their own neighbourhoods? It's a shameful, shameful action. And anyone that says that Labour government did not put pressure on those judges is a fucking liar. We all know they did, but we'll never be able to prove it. It's a shameful system. It really is. This government needs replaced. It's quite clear they do not put our citizens at the forefront of what they're trying to achieve. Politicians' job is to make our lives easier, stick up for us, get things done for us, make our communities safer, make things better, improve infrastructure, make our lives easy. They're not doing any of this, are they? They're making everything difficult. And they're even putting laws in place now where we can't criticise them. Do you know what we need in this country? And you may not like this. I've just come up with it. We need another 10 people like Tommy Robinson spread all over the UK to constantly go full hammer and tongs at a two-tier system that needs changed. Nigel Farage needs to step up. I know he's not in government. I know he's not the opposition, but he's winning. He's winning everything. He needs to step up. Wouldn't it be wonderful to have a government that has another unit, not a secret unit, but a unit dedicated to investigating members of Parliament's expenses, members of Parliament's spending, members of Parliament's different groups they're involved in. We need a dedicated team to investigate politicians because they cannot and they are not transparent. It's shameful the way they behave. Look at Angela Rayner. Look at the way she's spending her houses, selling off allotments, but lobbying to keep her allotment. I mean, she never paid. I remember that house in the middle of the street where she said she lived there and she was able to buy it cheap. And then she helped change the laws so no one else could do it. Now she's managed to avoid £40,000 stamp duty by saying she lives in a beach property now. I mean, can anyone not see this corruption that's happening with these members of Parliament? I'm sure Conservative Party were just as bad, if not worse. But it's really been rubbed in our faces, isn't it? It's really been rubbed in our faces. And it's shameful. It's shameful that the police are ignoring it. You'd like to think the police have morals and do the right thing. It's just, I hate it. Yeah. She needs investigated along with the rest of the party. They're terrible. Just to let you know, Hollywood's actor, what's his name? Rizwan Khan has been found guilty of raping 2 women. Yep, he will be sentenced very, very soon. Yeah, it's just the name. Anyway, yeah. And a dental nurse has just been awarded £25,000 compensation because every time she asked a question to her boss, he responded with an eye roll. That's 3. They needed 2 more. It's £5,000 an eye roll she got. It's amazing, isn't it? You don't even get £25,000 if you get shot for your country, for fuck's sake. You get £25,000 if someone offends you with an eye roll. I'm going to be honest, she sounds like a shitty person anyway. I wouldn't even have her as a dental nurse. Pass the pink juice. Oh, compensation. People are weak in today's society, aren't they? And if you didn't know, the Chancellor, Rachel Thieves, this autumn there will be another budget, and she needs 2 billion this time. She needs 2 billion, so she's going to raise VAT on small businesses. Yep, 2 billion on small businesses she needs. How much does it cost for illegal immigrants each year? 5 to 7 billion? Oh, so imagine living in a country where it didn't need to tax small businesses because it didn't throw our money away. Didn't it? Imagine that. Imagine that. Yeah. I mean, I was home. I don't know the names of hotels, so I'm not going to mention it. But when I was home in Belfast, in April actually, the weird thing was I stayed in a hotel in Belfast, which was going to close prior to the Home Office giving the owner, this guy owned 2 hotels and he was in so much debt and he was going to have to close them all down. But then the Home Office jumped in and gave him £10 million for both hotels to be used for about, it was a year and a half, 2 years to be used. Yep. He paid off all his debts. He's now retired, he's a multi-millionaire. That's how much the Home Office give a shit about taxpayers' money. Imagine the Home Office using taxpayers' money to fight taxpayers. The irony and hypocrisy is just, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. Shameful behaviour by people that are meant to have our best interests at heart. I'm just sick of it, if I'm honest. Anyway, I'm going to go to a football match in a minute. My watch is in there. Looking for my watch, that's in there. Yeah. I'm going to go to a football match. My son's playing today. I hope his team win. It'll be a good start to the day. I look forward to that. Once the match is over, probably take him for a good breakfast. Or should I say, a brunch, you know, a breakfast, lunch together, brunch, and just see how that goes. But I may do a bit more writing today, so I do appreciate all your support, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, thanks for sticking with the channel. We will always call everyone out. And if I fuck up, I expect you to call me out as well. Hold yourself accountable. Anyway, listen, have a great day, everyone. Thanks for your messages. Now, you're probably thinking, but Trevor, in your thumbnail, you've got Harry in the thumbnail. Why haven't you mentioned him? How could I not mention that fake royal? Yeah. It's now been alleged by good sources, by the way, don't want to say who, that Harry's trying to force a false narrative in the media again. Harry's coming to London in September to the Well Child Awards. By the way, I looked at the Well Child Awards online. You can't buy a ticket. It's not open to the public. You can only sponsor a table. You can only give money to it. You can't go and take photographs. You can't go and meet. You can't go and sit and meet. So it's only for the recipients and their families and sponsors. So you could go if you sponsored it, but they want tens of thousands. So it's shameful. Anyway, he's coming for the Well Child Awards. He's coming back to the country that he hates, the country that's so dangerous for him to be in. He's coming back to it. Now, he has already had his PR team put shit out in the media going, well, the King will be in London at the same time. There might be a possibility of meeting up. I'm going to tell you now, King Charles will never meet up with that piece of shit. He cannot be trusted to have a microphone on him. He cannot be trusted with a narrative. But he will put out false stories. The unfortunate thing for us as UK citizens is he is the son of the king, they say. So he's always going to have that connection. But we don't want him. We don't need him. He adds no value. All he does is take oxygen away from people that need it. Anyway, listen, thanks for watching my videos. Have a wonderful day, everyone. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, why not? It's free.